development socket? Alright. It's not super pressing at the moment, but like, that's something I'll have to look into, because that'd be convenient. Yeah, like 2 to 3 lines of code at most. Something even I can handle. It looks like my little hand is always wanting to press some of these buttons up here. It's like, click on the map. Come on, click on it. Alright, I'll click on it. Auto Explorer. You happy? See, there's nothing left to do. I don't know why it's so insistent on Auto Explorer up there. I really... I really like this stupid hand that, I shouldn't say hand, it's hands. For those that weren't around for when I revealed them. My friend gave me literally like pounds and pounds of just little fake hands. Why? If I come in from under... Huh. Right, yes. Of course. Big creepy art photo project in the future? I don't know. Like, he just had them because he buys weird stuff in bulk. Only 2 of the hands could hold guns, which is just a huge bummer. I do need... There is a mod for this game that'll let us use guns in every hand, which one day we'll have to experiment with. Got 3 liters of 3D printed teeth I like to leave around. I mean, just off the bat, you're measuring teeth in liters? That's already good. Like, you've already nailed it there. Bothers me that it's, like, not quite on my body line there. Once you're measuring teeth in liters, you did something right. A litter of teeth. Alright. When last we left off, it was bad here at the Barathomite Enclave. Really bad. There are not that many Barathomites left, which is very sad. Like, we have Aloysius, Jacobo, Neek, Otho, Q-Girl, and that's it. Like, half the Barathomites didn't make it through this, which is no good. Currently we are, of course, on... We gotta go find our good friend... Clank? Pax Clank? So we gotta make our way to the heart of the Rainbow Wood. We do have some historical sites and, like, go find stuff quests, which we might do a little bit before we head down to the Rainbow Wood. But we do have a historic site in the Rainbow Wood, which is convenient. When I moved, I left a small pile in the attic under a doll I made. Welcome home, whoever gets that. Currently in my basement, because, like, I've done special effects and weird makeup stuff, I do have a box that's just labeled human hair, which is a fun box. Among other good stuff, like I got, like, dental cement down there, moulage, alginate, lots of different plaster types. You got some of that too? It is ill-gotten human hair, a lot of it. I was working... Years back, I was working for Kellogg's, of all people. But, like, I was a subcontractor, so, like, I never even interacted with the Kellogg's company. But, like, we were making full-size, like, grocery store advertisements, so... Taking, like, a big old roll of AstroTurf, cutting it into a specific size, putting it into a giant wooden stencil we built and cut out, spray painting the stencil. Hydro Mover, thank you very much for that follow, and welcome to the Shake the Box family. Very happy to have you here. Do you play Caves of Cut? But yeah, we had this giant stencil, we would spray paint it, move it to the other stencil, spray paint the next color. It was all, like, in this giant building that I still go to because I work for a screen printer in there. But it's like a converted, like, mill building. So, like, really weird, uneven floors, weird... Weird studios everywhere. But, for, like, a period of time we were making these ads, a a shady, like, hair extensions company rented the space next door to us for just, like, 2 months they were renting it. And they were the worst. Like, they would just kind of leave their stuff in front of our door, and we have to move, like, giant rolls of AstroTurf all the time. It's all very, like, weird and hard to balance. So it was very frustrating, like, just find their boxes piled in front of our doors. And, one of the folks we were working with, really cool guy, excuse me. Garage Streams! Thank you for that raid. How's it going, everybody? You've been watching the YouTube and you just bought the game? Excellent. I'm glad you're having fun with the YouTube videos. Snapjaw VTuber! Oh my god. How's it going? I love that. Hello there, Raiders. I'm Chris. I'm telling a weird story real quick. And also coughing a lot, apparently. I'm pretty sure I've seen you about the Caves of Cut Discord. I'm pretty sure I know who you are. In which case, I love your stuff, too. Yeah. But anyway, I was making these advertisements for the Kellogg's company, and these folks would just leave their boxes of hair in front of the door. And, this fellow I was working with, great guy. Sadly, we lost him to prostate cancer 3-4 years ago at this point. But he was amazing. I absolutely loved Mark, was his name. He was British. He would be constantly chain-smoking what he loved to call spliffs, which I learned were half tobacco, half marijuana, so he's always blazed half the time at work. And he was a scenic on movies. So, like, if you ever saw The Sorcerer's Apprentice with Nicolas Cage, he was the head scenic in there. So when you see, like, head scenic Mark and then his last name there, that was him. Whoa, I know who you are. But he started, like, anytime they leave his boxes in front of the door, he would just take a box and put it in our space. And he knew that I did art, and he was just like, "Oi, Chris, mate, there's a box of human hair over there for you, alright? Just take what you want." It's like, "Thank you, Mark." So that's how I ended up with a bunch of human hair in my basement. But Mark was great. He was just a chaos spirit. Like, if I were sitting down taking a break, I was like doing a crossword or something, he would just wander over. He had a staple gun. I was always wearing like loose cargo pants because, you know, we're spray painting, they're all dirty. But he would just wander over and staple my pants to the goddamn floor. So like this pair of pants I had were already like messed up because, you know, again, spray painting all the time, always dirty. I had to constantly, like, rip them out of the ground, because anytime he caught me slacking, he would sneak over and he would staple my goddamn pants to the ground. So, it ended up, like, there was no cuff on those pants anymore. It was just a ring of ripped fabric, until they eventually fit right, as he put it. He was great. I always enjoyed being around him. Exactly, may his memory be a blessing. Anyway, Raiders, and everyone else, new friends and old alike, I am about to begin picking up our run here in Kazakud. We are just after the attack on Gritgate. I did a terrible job defending Gritgate. My human Sona is the additional writer of Cut. Really? That's awesome. Always nice to meet devs. I've chatted with a few of you in the Discord before. But always nice to have you around. I appreciate it. I hope you're not too disappointed. I was just talking before, but we lost a lot of Barathamites in that attack. I did a very bad job of defending. My Armadillo warrior, not the best job protecting this place. It's a mean quest, it really is. It's a mean one. I've taken a little break for a little while. Anonymous gifter, thank you for gifting that sub to Gra. We got this little text underneath me for command in chat. I've been having a bad time. My family is having a bad time. But if you want more information, feel free to type it in. I'm raising money for my father's cancer treatment. But I've had a few days to process, and now I'm more balanced and focused than before. And I think we're ready for more cut. Live and drink. I'll also pop up a little window over there. Because I'm a code wizard. I can make things pop up. Well, alright. Let's go about our journey. I do want to try and find a few holy sites just to level up with. We got our good friend Warden 1FF. He's my robot darling. We are going to be buddy wardens together and go on a buddy warden adventure. But the question is, what's our first buddy warden adventure gonna be? This is his first, like, little journey with me now. We only just recruited him. We can go do Mamon's Soul Drinker, but I kind of want to just find historic sites. Try and get some of these nice relics. They belong in museums, I'll have you know. So let's just head outside. Alm, hello there. So, Gra, how was your adventures in Caves of Cud today? I'm excited to see all the new stuff from the most recent update. Alright. Just reminding myself of what I am doing. I am made of feet, including feet foot. Still don't have any equipment for feet foot. Don't know what to put there. Not allowed to put one boot on, so we gotta find something for feet foot. It's a fine foot, I'm sure. It's just I don't know what to do with it. I don't know how to utilize feet foot. We're all about hands here for more blades, but I can't get more hands. Only feet. Carapace is up 14. I'm feeling good about Carapace. I hope you can, because I would like to learn as much as possible. I've been talking about this for a while, but I do have plans. I want to make a YouTube channel called The Librarian of 6 Day Stilt, and I just want to read all of the obfuscated text from the gibberish books. The real books are great, and I like the writing in this game a lot. But I'm only going to read the white text books. You know the ones. Alright, historic sites. All of these are dangerous. We can't go here. Yid Freehold ones are too far away. 2 parsecs west, south of Omen Porch. That's the one in the Rainbow Wood. Ooh, a wander mode run. Ran into a bug, you pivot to a classic mode, Godchild run. What kind of bug did you run into? We had one, our previous playthrough, we did an Esper run, and I corrupted that save file so many times. We had to, like, recreate the character and new worlds. Things get really weird at high-level Esper stuff. The stilt merchants weren't restocking, they all emptied out their inventories. There must have been an embargo somewhere. It's a problem about distribution lines, you know? Just couldn't get more things. Man, all the places we know about are, like, scary places. We just have Hawar. So maybe we will go deal with a certain soul drinker before we head to the Rainbow Wood. Kind of pop in here, maybe have a little snack before we move on. A certain scientific soul drinker. What's going on, Tom? Preserve our fresh food. We got some luminous horseshrooms. Preserve those. I will keep some yuck wheat unfermented. It's nice to have some raw yuck wheat. Especially with the rainbow wood on the horizon. Drink a little bit of that. If I remember from Amon's Soul Drink, we want to follow the river outside of town. I was playing some Pathfinder. Now I'm not playing Pathfinder. I heard you guys were in a hostage situation in your Pathfinder game. Do I remember where the river is? Absolutely not. But it's one of the tiles outside of town, so we'll just gotta ring around town a little bit. A mutant rear is... Oh my god, mutant rear. Mutant Butt Zero? Mutant Year Zero tabletop campaign was a big influence. We resolved it by blasting, so anyway I started blasting. Well, no river here. There's our river. Alright, we just want to follow the river. Now, I know everyone has their particular enemy types in this game that they hate the most. But I'm gonna be the bold person who says the most infuriating enemy in this game is the shim scale mangrove tree, just because it makes it so I can't walk in a straight line sometimes. And I just want to put that out there. I want an auto attack feature just for those stupid trees. Nothing infuriates me more, apparently. Oh, someone put up a berry. Oh, we got Gyre White of Agolgot and Psychic Thrall. Pretty sure Warden 1FF will immediately... Oh my god. Never mind. This guy... He'll probably handle it, but he obliterated them. Gyre White attempts to phase out of the way of the fat photon, but it's too wide. Alright, who decided to call it Fat Photon? Because that's a great name. Is that an arrow? Yeah, just arrows. Alright, that's not an arrow. Oh, I just noticed you. You're a problem. Well, not really. I could definitely close the distance between us very, very quick. Let's begin sprinting directly at him. And then reduce him to a pile of goo. Flurry him. Oh no, not the sightless way. I'm so sad. Woo, but Craigmensch like me better. And of course the villagers like me better. That's what I want. And trees like me better. That's nice. Just remove their flesh, you know? Gamma Worlds. It was before the founding devs hired most of us. Man, I would love to know more about that tabletop game. The Lorax approves. Just give them a little bit of the old laser beam, and the problems, they solve themselves. Was that Warren 1F just obliterating a defenseless dragonfly? Come on, dude. There was no need for that. Nullworm skull. You know, I kind of want to hold on to a nullworm skull. We don't have very much in the way of, you know, ego. It would be great to have something to make up for that. And that would be an easy way to get a point. Grab some jewel-encrusted stuff for selling, and take a look at these boots. A scene from the life of the Sultan Koyumed II. In 2853 BR, Koyumed II won a decisive victory against the combined forces of Upad neighborhood at the bloody Battle of Mursifava. Though he lost his prized marriage star Uzdower during the course of the conflict, as a result of the battle, Mursifava was so rife with smashed rubble that it was renamed the Mighty Void. I had already read that, apparently. What we lack in weird mental powers, we make up for in Feetfoots. The power of the Feetfoot means if we run into a Quentin Tarantino, an Idris Elba, they will be immediately frozen. They won't be able to react. They will see our glorious extra feet, and they will be shocked, stunned into silence. Our trying to take a word and combine it, and it's really hard. Podial power? A podiatrist works on feet. Would podial be a word? Am I making up a word? Is it a good word? Oh yeah, Idris Elba likes... He likes the Tootsies. Got 3 jokes for feet. That's Idris Elba, Quentin Tarantino, and of course Miyazaki. Did you hit me? Alright, no, it was Quills. If they're looking to see who a glass slipper fits on, yes. We have a lot of feet to try it on, and they could all be different sizes. I think you're forgetting a powerful oh, I'm so sorry. Of course, Gomper. I forgot our local joke. Imagine the majesty of their cartwheels. Ooh. It's like a fear bomb he threw at me? I don't know anything about this game except that Quark likes it. Ah, Dernunu. I can answer some questions. And we have one of the writers for the game hanging out today, so like, you'll definitely learn something probably, but the broad strokes is this is a role-playing game slash permadeath roguelike. It has an incredible world. Like, I really love the setting of this. Anything could be kind of a sentient being, so you can run into plant people, mushroom people, trees can be sentient and talk to you. There's mutant goat people. I'm a mutant. I have, like, a character sheet that is a nightmare. I would also definitely recommend taking a look at Gross streams if this game even remotely interests you. Because they are a character from this game. A Snapjaw. A delightful little group of, civilized little dog people. Definitely not, slavering monsters. You could say it! We're trash mobs. Listen, I still want to do a playthrough as Snapjaws. I want to use Dominate, want to become a Snapjaw, get rid of my old body, and I want to play as a Snapjaw. But first, I want to play as a Mono Sludge and become a Poly Sludge over the course of the game. Could you love this game more? Yuck, yuck, yuck. So, my character is a mutant. I have a shell, a carapace on me as my armor, which I am investing my mutagen points into. I got lots of extra arms and lots of extra feet that are all holding on to swords, as you can see. It's a wild game. Sussy News playable Snapjaws mod is pretty good. Ooh. Just use the mod that lets you start as a Snapjaw. I mean, that does sound better than taking the time to, like, be a human in the first place. It would be easier just to go straight to that good Snapjaw life. But, after our last run of having a Poly Sludge as a companion, I really do want to be a Poly Sludge. Alright, we got, Whitefinger, the goat folk shaman of Clan Soul. He's probably a slightly more pressing target than our bully and our hornblower here. So Warden 1FF could probably handle them. I am doing fine on armor, even though they're throwing grenades at me. I am terrified, though, which is going to impact my accuracy a little bit.
Hello there.
Let's see. Who's using what kind of weapon here? He's got a horn. He's got a weird artifact. I'm gonna take a swipe to disarm the weird artifact. There we go. We disarmed him. Raiders can ignore. Oh yeah, I'm sorry. Schrodingus is our is our bot, and our bot is designed to just be antagonistic. If you say imagine that, he'll say no. Just They're growing still. They're in their adolescence. Hey there. You seem friendly. He's friendly enough. You know, he's fine. Flurry that guy. Okay, I don't want the shaman next to me. Let's swap with my companion. Where did my companion go? Things are getting a little crowded here for my liking. But there are a lot of people standing in water. You're injured. I could just electrically discharge here. Imagine a bot which runs off of 32 crabs in a fish tank. I mean, now I kind of want to imagine that. There's Warden. And all of my friends coming with me. Did you just teleport my Warden friend? How dare you? Just kind of back up a little bit, get a little space. Let Warden 1FF provide cover fire. Alright. Husband to Diptonus Decau's cult increased. They like me better? That's kind of surprising. Naftali here are more of a trash mob, in my opinion, than even Snapjaws. See, Snapjaws are above others. Sort of. Steel Gauntlet's not. Fishplay Pokemon was so good. Oh yeah! There was also that, the goldfish that was playing Elden Ring. Did a surprising good job. The dog hasn't had any fun in many years. Ah, you go play with your dog. Thank you again for popping in. I very much appreciate it. And have fun with your dog. Give them lots of pets. All of the love. Alright, Warden, you did a great job. Engraved, huh? Looks like... I like that sequence of slowly ducking out of frame there. Be a while till I understand the game. Alright. Just because we have new friends and folks that might not be familiar with the game, we're gonna slow things down just a little bit. Hexadecimal Gra is a Snapjaw VTuber, so if you want, like, the quintessential cut experience, definitely give them a follow. So, for Danunu and anyone who hasn't seen too much of Kazacut, this gentleman right here is my character. And this robot over here is my companion, Rewardin 1FF. So he will do his own thing. I don't really have to micromanage him. I can't even really micromanage him if I wanted to. I could, at most, tell him to, like, stay still, walk to a certain place, or attack a certain thing. But he is largely on his own. It is turn-based, so every time I move my character, or even if I press number 5, you can see like a little splash happen down there. A turn has moved, so the world will move when I move, or choose to take an action. My abilities are listed at the bottom of the screen. So you got, like, if I press number 1, I will swipe. Number 2, I will use every one of my swords in a flurry. I could bash him with my shields. And I could cycle through multiple pages for my different abilities. So for this little goat person over here, he just took 24 damage from my robot companion shooting him. And you can see he's wounded now, so when I highlight him. If I just want to bump into him, which is kind of like parlance of the turn-based roguelike, I bumped into him, I hit him multiple times because I have multiple weapons, and you can see in the text down below me, as well as on the screen, he's been reduced to a little red schmear, he's dead. And the dialogue underneath me lets you know, like, okay, yeah, he took 11 damage and he died. I'm gonna hit 0, which will let me auto-explore, which will conveniently have my character collect anything that I want to collect, and if I run into any new information, I will learn that information. So you could find, like, engraved gauntlets that'll have a story written on them, and this game has procedural history. It's a goat puddle. So, like, in the procedural history, I might learn about, you know, this ancient sultan had, like, a really cool gun, and he gave it a name, and it was amazing. But he lost it in a town. I could find the ruins of that, like, ancient city, and I could find that gun. Which is a really fun aspect of the game. We actually do have a lot of quests in here for, like, hey, go and find the freezing lover Artuyashid friends at Samur. So, like, those are the kind of things that I'm doing, but right now we're specifically going after Maman Soul Drinker, who is a goat folk man who has started a blood cult. They are doing bad stuff. And someone was like, hey, could you put a stop to that? And I said, you know what? Yes, I will. I will put a stop to it. So I'm gonna shield slam this guy right here. Bap. We knocked him prone, and then I'll just kill him. Just put him down. Warden 1FF. He had his own attack, and he took him down as well. Well, thank you very much. Oh, you're welcome. If you have any questions, like, feel free to ask. If you don't know, like, what just happened there, or anything like that, feel free. I never mind explaining K as a cut. I do realize it's a lot to take in. So right there, I was using, just pressing F, and it lets me shoot my laser rifle. I have an Eigen rifle equipped right now. And the nice thing about my character, as a physical-based mutant, I generate electricity, so I'm just plugging my gun directly into my body. Just imagine a big ol' laser rifle plugged directly into my chest. That's how I'm powering this bad boy. You guys, come on, get along. There's a faction system in this game, so, like, you don't necessarily have to be against this blood cult. You could actually have good rep with them and get along just fine with them. But I'm friends with the warden who doesn't like them, and I'm not friendly with this blood cult, so we're not going to be getting along. Left arm of Tony Stark. This blood cult's keeping the children up at night. Please, go make them into goo. Listen, they're drinking souls. We don't want them drinking any more souls. Don't see enough Tali around here. I know turn-based roguelikes are not, they're not for everybody, but if, like, you've ever played one and you're like, yeah, that was fun, I would highly recommend Caves of Cut. It's so wide. Just so many weird things can happen in there. He has a two-handed carbide battle axe. I'm just gonna shield slam him. Ugh, grenades again. I feel like the crowds for this are a lot bigger than they used to be. Warden 1FF is over there. I could release my corrosive gas and just back out here. Alright, the guy throwing grenades is out of here. Wow, that's a lot of goat folk. Oh my! I'm gonna swipe this dude to disarm him. Let's flurry that guy. Take him out. I don't want a corrosive gas while my friend's right next to me, so I'm gonna sting the guy in front of me. We poisoned him. And the Feetfoot of Cronenberg Thor. I still don't know why we have a Feetfoot or what to do with it. Whoa. You ever swallow water, but it's like got like a bubble of air with it, and it like expands your whole situation down there? That hurt. 6 more hours to go. You can make it, Dernunu. You can make it. The proboscis of the Mothman. Just got an itchy throat today. Discharge some electricity into the crowd. They teleported my body.
Very good.
Oh. Wait, are you gonna sleep at work, Dernunu? Good for drinking up the slop we make. Hey, as long as you're allowed to sleep on the job, you go nuts. Take him down. Alright, he's out of the way. Use these stupid trees for a little bit of cover. Just back up a little bit. There we go. Can't see them through the trees now. Get over here. Man, I love having so many arms. Or at the very least, so many viable bladed weapons that I'm able to swing. It is crucial to sleep at work. 24-hour shift, so sleep is included. Dernunu, if you don't mind, would you tell us more about what you do? Kind of curious. I know there are various jobs that are like you are on for like a whole day. It's like on location stuff. You don't have to let us know, of course. I'm just curious. Alright, I think that was all. Come on, get across the river. That was all of the goat folk we ran into? Yeah. Where are you? Naftali? Alright, Naftali or nothing. Alright, I know you're a robot who doesn't need to eat, but give me a second here. Let's make a campfire. Apparently, even though there's Naftali right there, my character's like, yeah, but they're not like a threat or anything. There we go, a quick meal. I guess the warden chose to really deal with the Naftali. I just ignored them. Do a little auto-explore. Get a job as a mattress tester, get paid to sleep. That'd be nice. I've been paid to not sleep before. The benefits of a merciless killing companion machine. A Warden 1 of F is a nice robot man. Do I want to peek downstairs? I mean, there's a staircase. I'll just do this one floor. Never know, we might find some interesting information. Right? Like, you ever find mysterious stairs outside, you gotta have to try. Like, you gotta see what's down there. I know you're supposed to refuse the call in a proper story, but, like, I'll never refuse that call. I still got plenty of water. Fire watch. And make sure nothing starts burning. Put the fire out if it burns, along with some other side tasks, but putting out fire in case it happens is the important part. That's not too hard to explain. I take it you might work at a building that produces a lot of, like, particulate, like a lot of fine powder, in which case any kind of burning or spark is like a big no-no. We do have those kind of things out here as well. Although most people out here are more familiar with our fire watch system for, like, forests, like fire watch towers. Out in the woods. Covering up the stairs, come on. Works at a parrot emporium. This parrot has ceased to be. It is a former parrot. It's not pining for the fjords. This is an ex-parrot. The line delivery for, pining for the fjords is permanently locked into my memory. That will never go away. Although it would be funny if it was a parrot emporium, but it was still a Firewatch job. Just some parrots that like starting fires. I assume this from some game. Oh no, this is Monty Python we're quoting right now. Or that I'm quoting. I'm quoting the famous dead parrot sketch from Monty Python. Is this all asphalt? It is, in fact, asphalt. I heard in Australia they have some birds that set things on fire. Yeah. Yeah, teach your parrot phrases like, I should have pissed off a witch. Don't ever date a witch. Help, help, I'm human. Yeah, like they'll carry a smoldering twig. It's a Atari jungle. Interesting. Man, I love having an Eigen rifle plugged directly into my chest. Ooh! With one shot, I put a major hole in the goat folk bully and killed a leech behind him and something else. Is it cold over there? 12 degrees Celsius below zero. Where I am right now, I believe it's 30-something Fahrenheit. So it's not that cold yet. It will be getting colder as the year progresses, though. A rusted copper nugget. Yeah, I'll spend 1D. I have 108D. And I'll take it. God, I hate... those stupid exploding plants. Don't worry, I have to do that for Celsius all the time. Anime uses Celsius, and it's always like, they have a fever of like 30 degrees Celsius. It's like, oh my god. What's that mean? Sheaf of bloodstained goatskin parchment. Now I confer upon myself sovereignty over the artifice of language, that the other may possess sight of the path along which I lead my thralls. Toward Amaranth, O deathless city, whence my cloven-hoofed children dream themselves into being. Hear, Maman, the beneficent father, he who was wrought of his own dream stuff. Amaranthine Maman, Amaranthine father, Amaranthine dream. After a bunch of inscrutable ramblings, they say, yet feast upon the goat hearts. Alright, I'll take that with me. That might be something the librarian might want. I guess I'll take some arrows and shotgun shells, fine weavers. Carbide, longsword we'll leave behind. About 10 Fahrenheit? Alright. You're ahead of us. We'll reach there. At night we drop down to that kind of temperature this time of year. But it's been unseasonably warm for the past couple of days, which has been nice for like sitting on the porch. But I like my cold weather. It's that time of year. I expect it to be cold. I demand my cold weather, in fact. That was... I gotta remember, the Warden might have different relationships with other factions, so, like, even though I am not, like, aggro against Firefly or Dragonflies, he might be, and that's why you shoot him down. Good walking around weather. Yeah, I love no-bug weather. You prefer warm weather? Most folks, I find, do. I've always been more of a cold weather person myself. I like the cold weather. Auto explore this tile. Don't think we're gonna be finding what we're looking for on this one, but oh no, more goat folk. God, they don't stand a chance at this point. Some forgotten ruins. Mosquitoes love you. Yeah, that's how it goes. Decent amount of trash on the screen, which is nice. We, of course, have a skill that when we rifle through piles of garbage, we can find useful crafting materials in there. But more importantly, we could do stuff like this. We might find, like, bits and pieces that are like, oh, this is where Temrod Inferior was. And now we can go visit Temrod Inferior. Still more trash to rifle through. In Burkapur, a company of treacherous arachnids put implosives in Koyomed's knot cab, causing it to crash into a workshop. He was presumed dead at 35 years old. Oh. What's a knot cab? Barak's pasture? It's a settlement. Okay, I do want to go there. I found 0, like, towns so far, outside of, you know, my starting town, and the story event locations that are always there. But I love procedurally generated towns. Check out this screen. Fine, I'll make food real fast. I should be making a unique dish I'm inspired to cook, after all. But, I don't know, I'm saving it for some reason. Don't know why I'm saving that unique meal. My usual way to find towns is just go to a lot of tiles and drop down into them and immediately out if it's not a town. I don't know if I've ever just, like, wandered around the map and, like, plopped in and out like that. I've talked about it before, but I kind of want to play through once without ever, like, walking on the map. Just exclusively walking through on this kind of screen. Just to see, like, are these things generated beforehand? Will it generate it as I enter the screen? And it just seems like a fun way to, like, adventure. It's not good content, just generating a lot of tiles. I mean, it's a fun way to play, but it might not be, like, a fun way to watch. I ain't faulting you either way. Wonder 1FF, did you just set that tar on fire with a poor dragonfly in it? Come on. Why does this dude hate dragonflies? They're cool with me.
You all remember what to do whenever anyone says the secret word, right? Scream!
That's right! Scream real loud! Nani? Well, you found the hidden word. Good luck guessing which one it was. Like I start every game finding the oddly hued glow pad, which requires going to all the salt marsh tiles until you find the weird one. It's weird that I don't do that as much. I only ever find the weirdly hued glow pad one in every, like, 10 playthroughs. Where I'm like, you know what? Yeah, let's go find him. You a normal Craig Mensch? Sorry, Craig Mensch. Slumberling? Look what I can blow channel points on. It's true, I forgot to turn off the noise stuff. It was hued for sure. It's famed might and magic barbarian Craig Hack. It's weird having all this tar around here. Sorry, this asphalt, which is, you know, made of tar. Wasn't wrong saying tar, I suppose. Kind of want to make a campfire on this pool of tar. Well, since one of them already happened. Live and drink. I've been living as you do when you're not having a good time, so I'm just surrounded by, like, dirty dishes that I haven't had the energy to clean. Let's move my Oreos on top of my dirty plates. There we go. Now I can have a piece of candy. It's time. It's time to, like, clean the room a little bit and get back on form. You can relate to that? Yeah. What is that, Violet Star? Oh, hell. Violet Star. Gotta go back to where I was standing before. What screen was I on? There's a chat delay. Oh, you meant in chat, alright. Oh, hell. Shava! Alright, well fine, I will investigate Shava since we found it, but I gotta get back to the river and figure out where the goat folk are. I don't think I see a Violet Star in chat. I'm mostly exploring, again, to try and find some other historical sites that we might be able to get some relics out of that aren't deep over toward the moon stair. Like, we got 2 next to the tree in the moon stair, and that's gonna be a scary place to go. Nara, hello there. How you doing, Nara? No, it's gone. Strange. Interesting.
Hello there.
Take a little peek downstairs. Subterranean jungle. Alright, it's not officially a continuation of the ruin. So, I'll just do one screen's worth down here. Oh, thank you, Durnunu. Thank you very much. Let me go ahead and, I have to manually refresh the page for now, if you want to, like, get your pop-ups to happen. Whoa! If you're Nunzio, good lord, thank you very much. Don't remember how to make my computer work again. Nope, that's not how. Stay focused. Come on, brain. There we go. Whew. Alright. Thank you very much. In Red Dead Redemption 2, there was this NPC hunter. I decided to stick around to see how he does. He was hunting a bear, and it charged and pinned him. I threw to get my poison arrows out to help him, but I accidentally threw a Molotov instead. R.I.P. the bear and the hunter. At least his horse is mine now. R.I.P. those guys. Oh, thank you very much, Nunu. Like, I really appreciate that. Very, very much so. Incredibly generous. Thank you. The luck part is what scares me. I'm trying not to, like, fall into the hole of, like, looking up, like, how often these, folks, like, how well they do. Like, no. Not gonna look at those things, not gonna think about those things. That way lies madness. Nice vine weave tunic. As for Nara, misclicks are my favorite way to accidentally destroy entire things. One of our, like, before Twitch got rid of the moments feature, if you remember the moments feature, the only moment we really have is trying to do a thing in Infernax and accidentally burning an entire town down. And finding out that you could in fact burn an entire town down in Infernax. That was very funny. Alright, we gotta find the river, which I forgot where it was at this point. I think this way. Alright, here's the river. So I think we want to go right, and then right again. This is looking good. Take the camel bladder as well. A slender steel helmet, huh? Leave that one behind. Rust-shrouded Tari jungle. Not seeing any goat folk though, but I think we're on the right path for Maman. I do find it funny if you're a high enough level and you hit Auto Explorer, you just ignore a beetle like trying to rip your ankles off. And I know I could change that in the settings, but it will always amuse me, so I'll never change it. Just gonna stay the way it is. I like the ambient birds. I don't think I really appreciated the, ooh, shumish. I appreciated the ambient, bird sounds going on in the jungle levels. Some raw bear meat. Fix it spray foam. Alright, we gotta make a lunch here. Soldier Nunu. When you... like, you sleep at work, like, it's an on-site kind of job. Like, is it, like, on a rotation? Are you there for, like, X days, and then you're out for X days? And again, feel free to, like, I don't want to talk about that. I'm just curious. I've always been fascinated by those kind of things. Is this the river again? This is the part of the Maman soldiering request that I always flounder on a little bit. Which is you get to the end of the river, and then I kind of just get lost for a little while trying to figure out, like, what screen is this dumb camp on? Swimming. I think we're back on track. I think the river just curved curved for a tile. Is that a becoming nook? What have we stumbled on? It's not listed as a ruin. But it's definitely a ruin. I saw a becoming nook. We got at least one chest here. 2 becoming nooks? 2 becoming nooks. Huh. Some mirror dust. Folded carbide arrow. I'll just take everything. Becoming nooks, of course, for anyone new to Case of Cut, are stations that you could use to cybernetically enhance your body. We are not allowed to use those because the folks that built them don't allow mutants to enjoy their fun cybernetics because they're jerks. Just never get enough of this spund track. It's a great spun track. You are no aristocrat. You shall not be becoming. It's just not fair, alright? It's just not fair. Maybe we'll go and we'll find that little robot buddy in the bottom left of the world map in the desert. And maybe we will become. It's not quite the same, but it's close enough. You think he's gone? Oh no. He wasn't in your last seed. That'd be sad. If we eat enough robots, it might still work. 75-pound motorized treads. Hey, Warden 1FF. Hey, buddy. I'm gonna need you to carry something for me. A Crystal longsword? This guy's been picking up some fun stuff. I think I want a Crystal longsword. I mean, I want you to hold on. Water-stained missile weapon. Man, I'm carrying some neat stuff myself, aren't I? Alright, before we make our trade, I should really, examine what I got. Oh, it's just an electro bow? A masterwork electro bow. Sleep well, Nunu. And good luck with work, and thank you again, like, very much so. That was very nice of you. Very much appreciated. Ooh, electrified. That's very handy for us. We do need to collect more electrified items. A gaslight chisel. Precinct navigator. Ulnar stimulators might be nice. And a wrist fan. A sturdy wrist fan, though. Yeah, if the character's no longer around, I don't think we could be a cybernetic snapshot, which would be so disappointing. 20 pounds of trade goods here. Can't even be a cybernetic glow pad. What's even the point, then? Got a jack chain laser, which is still nice. Bunch of jewel-encrusted stuff for selling. Electrified's important. A lot of flaming things I don't need. Yeah, I think 92 pounds of cybernetics is probably where the problem's coming from. Yeah, yeah. Alright, buddy. Could you hold on to... I guess first of all, I will take this very nice crystal longsword, which looks like a pirate sword. That's very nice. I'm gonna take that. And a fullerite longsword, you say? Yeah, I'll take both of those. And the painted gas mask, just in case it's something I haven't seen. Well, I guess I could just... Deep in Shazor, Armadillo discovered Mimshire Spire. There she befriended water barons and painted pictures of beasts and monsters with flaming suns. You could hold on to... Here we go. The motorized treads that weigh 75 pounds. Trade complete. Alright, so I'm holding on to, I'm using a Vibrokopesh, which is obviously the best sword we could have at the moment. But anything with only 9 penetration, we could... Ah, the wrist blades, though. Two-handed longsword. Creedy the hidden blade. On my arm leg. I wish Gaslight Weapon convinced enemies they were crazy. Or everything is their fault. We could just gaslight the enemies. I want to be a robot kobold. Robot for life. Let's see. Let's repair this crystal sword. Fullerite longsword we're already using. Two-handed carbide. Vibrokopesh. Never mind. I think I'm still alright. It can't penetrate more than once. Twice if it's sharp. Oh, maybe we just ditch the Vibrokopesh. A crystal longsword might be better. I mean, damage-wise, 1d10 plus 2. Pretty nice, but... I mean, we could be using... a 10 penetration 2d6. Not too bad. Like, that's max damage of 12, minimum damage of 3. This is gonna be minimum damage of 2, max damage of 12. If you have low strength or against heavily armed enemies, it's better. I mean, I'm at 29 strength, so I feel like I probably want to be using my, my crystal longsword here. Let's replace the Vibrokopesh. Unless I have another two-handed, I think that's all the changing I'm doing right now. Yeah, I think we're good. Against heavily armored enemies, it'll still be better because longswords have a penetration cap. Really? Interesting. So do I... maybe I should still have that bad boy on one of my hands? Just trying to think what I want in my primary hand. The crystal longsword seems quite nice, so I maybe want that in my primary. But I could replace my fullerite longsword with it. Depends what you're fighting. Ugh. That's why I have so many hands. That way I just hold on to all the swords. It doesn't matter. A sword for every occasion. Get the schema soft. Alright, we're done. If you're fighting crabs or scary robots, Vibrokopesh is better. Huh. Well, the more you know. Two-handed folded carbide longsword is in 2 hands. It's 2d6 damage. 10 penetration. Maybe instead of a two-handed, I replace the two-handed with 2 additional swords of similar damage. So I could keep my crystal longsword, put a Vibrokopesh on there, and another fullerite longsword. That gives me 1 more attack probably better. Yeah, I'll still have a 65% chance to hit, but with 2 more weapons. 2d5 is more consistent than 1d10. Yeah. Your arm length's carrying a weapon? It's a wrist blade? Thank you very much. We snuck a lot of extra swords on here. Thanks to finding a lot of wrist blades, we could have a lot of extra weapons. Alright, instead of a 2-handed sword, let's remove that. We'll bring the Vibro Kopesh back. Basically, if they have an AV of 12 or less or so, the Christie will be better. Well, now we'll have the best of both worlds. And another Fullerite longsword. There we go. So now we have a Vibro Kopesh, a wrist blade, Christie longsword, a wrist blade, a Fullerite longsword, a wrist blade, a Fullerite longsword, and if I can find another wrist blade, I got another slot for a wrist blade. Where the hell is Maman Soul Drinker? I always get lost at this point. Go back to where I was. Oh no. Shit, where am I? I need to retrack my steps, I got lost. Have a little snack. Goddamn, I'm on. Here's the river. Follow the river. Get stuck on trees constantly. What if I just click on the screen? That way he auto walks around the stupid shim scales. All the way over, please. Gotta find and murder Maman. And I'll be leveling up thanks to that. Level 28. I don't think anything exciting happens on 28, but I'm just excited for leveling in general. Leveling up's good. Love leveling up. I'm really hoping we find more wrist blades. I just love the idea of being made of all sorts. Whenever I do flurry, it's a lot of attacks. Alright, just keep following the river. Gotta carry out our hired hit. Although at this point, maybe we want to follow the road? Road goes up. Road and river goes up. Perfect. Alright, keep following the river. River goes right. We go right. Seeing a lot of blood. That's a good sign. Seeing some smoke. Alright, I think we found what we were looking for. Let's veer up. It's all Naphtali. Never mind. Being made of all sorts sounds like a damage shield would be included. Well, that's what we call them in EverQuest. I think one of my wrists might have a buckler on. Well, I'm gonna have bad relations with the Naphtali. That's just how it is. Yep. Robots, Naphtali, they're very upset with me. But the villagers of Megaball like me better. And the villagers of Una favor me. But the children of Maman are now indifferent. Wow, that's weird. They're not going to be aggressive on sight when I show up? No, it'll be a holy sight. They'll be aggro. They won't like me. Ooh, +1 intelligence, +1 ego. Acting against the enfranchisement of vines, Armadillo II led an army to the gates of Nash Den. He sacked Nash Den and slaughtered its citizens, forcing them to change its name to Armadillo-Platz. I mean, I kind of want to take that hat with me? Masterwork Slender Steel Longsword. Now that I can leave behind. Damage shield just meant that the mob would take damage anytime they damaged you. Ah. I got you now. Honestly, like, at a certain number of swords in front of you, I feel like that should just be the default. Like, you're gonna block stuff just because of the sheer number of bladed weaponry pointing forward. Is that a friendly Gershling with me? Oh, it's a defanged Gershling. Star orchid saliva pools in the cavities where its fangs used to be, and drips into pallid leg things. It shudders in the capture of some pristine ecstasy, lost to space and time. It lets out a proud and piercing whine. Keep being weird, Gershling. Keep being weird. Couple more pieces of garbage I'll collect. I was gonna say, I feel like we're done. Once again, I hate ship scales. I just want to walk quick. They slow you down. Keep following the river. Here we go. Maman Soul Drinker's lair. And we found him, and immediately leveled up. I mean, it said I found him, but I don't see him. I'm guessing the rip in space-time is probably where he was. Mine could still be. I hope. I hope he's still there. Alright. Acrobatics, bow and rifle. I'm done with cooking and gathering. I'm done with cooking, customs and folklore. I'm actually done with multi-weapon fighting, which is kind of neat. Kind of curious about nostrums. I'm hoping we never have to use amputate limb. Do I want sweep? We're not using a heavy weapon right now, but we have one. And it might be neat to have sweep. Long blade might be something I want to put another point or two into. Death blocking. Swift blocking. Some of the blocking stuff with shield could come up. Nothing I feel like I need to spend points on right this second. Maman is friendly. Oh, dang. That's very uncommon. For my playthroughs, anyway. I guess we have an opportunity to talk to him? Maman stands nearly a head taller than his kin and broader at the shoulders. Great tufts of blood-matted hair, some of which is braided, tasseled out from his head and chin, and a tattered crimson headdress hangs from one of his colossal horns. In long swaths on his bare chest, the fur is scorched and the skin flayed. He wears a sarong wrapped around his waist, its wool fibers sodden with a foul, inky liquid. His face is a vision of madness, at once the countenance of a rapturous crone and a child in fright. Loved by the children of Maman, disliked by fungi for reprogramming their favorite robot, disliked by birds for stealing a cherished heirloom. It's Mommy's Soul Drinker. I mean, honestly, it means we could get the drop on him. That could be. I might talk with him. I'm not. Wait, he's fighting something? Like, I wanna just see what he has to say. I don't think I've ever chatted with him before. Ah, well met. Yeah, we can't blood ritual because I didn't bring a bottle of blood with me. What a rude jackass I am, showing up without blood. He has fermented yonder cane. Equipped with a slender, lacquered, sturdy carbide plate armor, Praetorian's cloak, wrist fan, weird artifact, carbide dagger, and of course, the Amaranthine prism. How best to do this? I guess I'll auto-explore. I can't imagine anyone else on the screen's gonna be friendly. Some Reshef knowledge that we'll trade later. Take some fix-it spray foam, disassemble this carbine. Well, I'll take everything from this chest. Wait, are you Maman again? Maman, what are you doing up here? A weird artifact. It turns out to be an EMP grenade. I'll take that with me. Disassemble the pump-action shotgun. Take the Hulk honey. I guess Maman's alone. I have seen 0 other goat folk. Yeah, it's just Maman wandering around here. A compound bow, a blaze injector. I'll take the blaze injector. Ooh, I'll take that. Can't have it all, I'll take some vine weaver sheaf. Alright, how best to deal with Maman? Obviously, we don't want to be close to him. I feel like, if I remember, Warden Indrix is very, very clear about not getting close to him. So I imagine he probably can do something bad if we're, like, right up next to him. Even though it'd be nice to open up with, like, a disarming swipe. We'll instead just unload him from a distance.